I bought him for 20 from a ranch hand down in Bruni. Said, son, he'll run till the day that you die. For it's all cold, as dark as a midnight canyon, and a blaze that cut like fire across the sky. We rode through the dust of old Laredo in the summer, where the border wind will cut you like a blade. He never spooked at the sound of a 6-gun thun, thun, only quickened his step at the bedside lane. He's the Alazan, my shadow in the heat, iron in his hooves, the devil in his feet. For the Rio's flood or the judge's plan, I never roll on the back of the Alazan. Sheriff came hunting with a warrant in his pocket for a card game fight that ended in the grave. We jumped that fence like a cannon through the thunder, and outran law with the soul they crave. He's the Alazan, my shadow in the heat, iron in his hooves, the devil in his feet. Through the Rio's flood or the judge's plan, I never rode alone on the back of the Alazan. Some men find peace in a steepleshade, some chase gold, some chase fame. Me, I just held to that chestnut made while the world called down my name. Now you rest 'neath the mesquite down in Bruni, where the desert blooms after summer rain. And I ride on along with my sins beside me, but I hear his gallop in my veins. He's the Alazan, my shadow in the heat, iron in his hooves, the devil in his feet. When I cross that Jordan span, I'll ride on home on the back of the Alazan. I've been running from the truth since Amarillo, dodging every mirror on the wall. But tonight I found myself inside this tavern with a glass that tells it all. See, one woman can promise she'll stay forever, and the good Lord knows that some men try. But in the glow of this amber in the lamplight, I learned the whiskey don't lie. 'Cause whiskey don't lie, it don't sugarcoat a thing. It'll cut you down deep like a worn out string. When the bottle talks back, you can't deny the truth comes pouring out. 'Cause whiskey don't lie. Told me I'm the fool that let her wander. They told me I'm the reason she's gone cold. Every burn down my throat is a sermon. Every swallow's worth its weight in gold. Whiskey don't lie, don't sugarcoat a thing. It'll cut you down deep like a worn out string. When the bottle talks back, you can't deny. The truth comes pouring out, 'cause whiskey don't lie. Some men look for answers in the good book, some in a stranger's smile. I find them in the bottom of a short glass, and they've been there all the while. Now the sun's creeping up through the window, and the bar keeps shaking his head. But I'll leave here knowing where I went wrong, what I should have done instead. Whiskey don't lie, it don't care who you are. It'll drag you from the gutter to the closest star. When the bottle talks back, you can't deny. The truth comes pouring out, 'cause whiskey don't lie, yeah. But whiskey don't lie. I've been riding hard since I was 20. Never feared the badge or the man, but I felt that holy thunder in the distance, and I know he's got my life in his hand. I stole from the rich and I drank with the wicked, play cards with the devil till dawn. But when the preacher said, son, you can't outrun him, I knew every word was dead on. God's got my reckoning, it's written in the sky. No place to run, no alibi. When the trumpet sounds and the angels cry, God's got my reckoning, and he won't let it slide. I buried good friends out past the county line. Some went young, some went slow, and I prayed in the dark for my sins to vanish, but the Lord, he still lets me know. God's got my reckoning, it's written in the sky. No place to run, no alibi. When the trumpet sounds and the angels cry, God's got my reckoning, and he won't let it slide. I've heard the saints in the distance singing, I felt the weight of my wrongs. I reckon when I stand in this courtroom, I'll finally face where I belong. So I'm laying down my gun at the river, gonna meet him man to man. I'll take his mercy if he'll grant it, but if not, I'll take the stand. God's got my reckoning, is written in the sky. No place to run, no alibi. When the trumpet sounds and the angels cry, God's got my reckoning, and He won't let it slide. Yeah, He won't let it slide. Met her where the Rio Grande runs lazy, underneath the moon, silver fire. She wore red with her hair falling crazy, and a smile that could stir a man's desire. We danced till the cantina lights were dying. The old band playing slow and low, and when she laughed, I swear I felt like flying. 'Neath the lanterns where the warm wind blows. Rio nights and the world stands still. In her arms by the water, I get my fill. She's a song in the dark, a sweet delight. My love in the ballad of the Rio nights. She spoke in Spanish, I knew just enough to catch the me-poor song in her tone. Her touch was tender, her eyes were rough, like a wild Mustang that won't be on. Rio nights and the world stands still. In her arms by the water, I get my fill. She's a song in the dark, a sweet delight. My love in the ballad of the Rio nights. Come sunrise, I was riding alone, dust on my boots and the trail unknown. Some loves are rivers that never stay, they just carry your heart away. Now I ride by the border in the moonlight, hear the faint sound of her laugh in the breeze, and I swear if I see her in the next life, I'll dance with her next to the sea. I bet 2 stars drop into the sea. Yeah, my love and ballad. Well, I was minding my business in the Red Dog Saloon when a fella spilled whiskey on my brand new boots. I said, friend, you got 2 choices here. You can buy me a drink or disappear. Turns out he was the sheriff's cousin, twice removed, and I guess that put my life in a bit of a groove. Pardon me, Sheriff, I didn't know that punch I threw was gonna land just so. Ain't no hard feelings, just a misunderstanding. Pardon me, Sheriff, don't send me hanging. Well, next thing I know, I'm in front of the judge, who just happens to be your mama's second husband's brother's son. He looks me in the eye and says, boy, you're done. I said, hold on there, Judge, let me explain. I wasn't drunk, just temporarily insane. And if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll keep my fists out of trouble and my nose out of pies. Pardon me, Sheriff, I didn't know that punch I threw was gonna land just so. Ain't no hard feelings, just a misunderstanding. Pardon me, Sheriff, don't send me hanging. Now, you can take my horse, you can take my hat, but if you take my boots, we're gonna have a spat. And I swear on my grandma's Sunday pie, I won't darken your doorstep till the day I die. So here I stand with my hat in my hand, hoping for mercy from the law of the land. If you let me go, I'll make you a vow to skip this town, at least for now. Pardon me, Sheriff, I didn't know that punch I threw was gonna land just so. Ain't no hard feelings, just a misunderstanding. Pardon me, Sheriff, don't send me hanging. And if you do, Sheriff, at least make sure the rope's new. My neck's got expensive taste. There's a hill past the church where the tall grass sways and the wind hums low at the end of the day. That's where I laid her down, my sweet June Marie, beneath a willow tree where she once kissed me. We carved our names in that old tree's bark, back when our hearts were young and sharp. Now the only thing carved there that truly shows is the date she left when the cold wind blows. Bury me there when my time comes to go, by the girl I love where the wildflowers grow. Let my bones rest easy where the river runs slow, in a grave beside the willow. I still walk down that dirt road at night, talking to her in the pale moonlight. Preacher says I ought to let her be, but I can't leave that willow or her memory. Bury me there when my time comes to go, by the girl I love where the wildflowers grow. Let my bones rest easy where the river runs slow, in a grave beside the one. Let my bones rest easy where the river runs slow, in a grave beside the willow. to heaven, some fade into dust. Some chase the whiskey, some chase the lust. But all that I'm asking when they lay me low is a grave beside the willow. When I hear the trumpet call my name, and I ride that trail we all must take, I'll look for her under the golden glow of a tree much grander than the willow I know. Bury me there when my time comes to go, by the girl I love, where the wildflowers grow. Let my bones rest easy where the river runs slow, in a grave beside the low. Let my bones rest easy never run slow, in a grave beside the willow. Yeah. I woke up to the sound of gravel flying, boots in the dirt and the longmen crying. Come on out, boy, we've had enough. I knew from the tone they were playing rough. That moonlight spilled through the busted blinds, and I grabbed my coat with a steady mind. My horse was saddled round back before, but I heard them hounds at the door. Hounds at the door, Lord, they're scratching for me, like the devil's own dog, smelling guilty. I can't stay here, can't fight no more, when you hear the hounds at the door. I took the back stair down to the shed, heart pounding louder than the steps I tread. A whisper of freedom was in my ear, but the bark of them hounds was getting near. Hounds at the door, Lord, they're scratching for me, like the devil's own dog, smelling guilty. I can't stay here, can't fight no more, when you hear the hounds at the door. Some men hang 'cause the rope gets tight, some men run till they're out of sight. Me, I'll keep the rope, but I'll never let them catch me at the door. By dawn, I was crossing that Rio Grande, with a prayer in my mouth and a gun in my hand. But every man knows there's a day in store, and you'll hear the hounds at your door. Hounds at the door, Lord, they're scratching for me, like the devil's own dog, smelling guilty. I can't stay here, can't fight no more, when you hear the hounds at the door. Yeah, they were scratching for me. when the trail runs out and the fire burns low, and the wind sings songs only drifters know. I'll hang my hat where the long grass bends and make my peace before the end. I've heard my name in 100 towns, worn my boots through the dust and down, but there comes a time when you can't outrun the weight of the miles and the setting sun. When the spurs go quiet and the reins hang still, and the night comes down on the lonesome hill, I'll lay me down, take my rest, God's will. When the spurs go quiet and the reins hang still, I've chased the cars, the women, the fight. I've rode through the storm in the dead of night, but the strongest hands can't hold forever what the good Lord says you gotta surrender. Spurs go quiet and the reins hang still, and the night comes down on the lonesome hill. I'll lay me down, take my rest, God's will. When the spurs go quiet and the reins hang still. Some men go with a curse on their lips, some with a prayer in the final grip. Me, I'll ride till the stars burn low, then let the Alazan take me home. So when you hear that jingle fade away, know I've crossed into brighter days, and I'll be waiting on the other side for one last ride in the morning tide. When the spurs go quiet and the reins hang still, and the night comes down on the lonesome hill, I'll lay me down, take my rest, God's will. When the spurs go quiet and the reins hang still, yeah. The spurs go quiet